I believe the transition into motherhood is monumental, and not enough women are fully prepared for what that transition holds for them. Athletes prepare for races, we prepare for interviews, but for this, we could do better. The fourth trimester is the forgotten trimester. It's equally as important as the other three. Essentially, a mother is born out of a single woman, and she needs resources and knowledge and a community to support her through this transition. The journey can be very beautiful, very complicated, very challenging, and we need to create systems to better prepare mothers for this transition. Why did I start Naturalist? I think it was born out of a personal need. Already being a mom to two kids, I obviously have gone through postpartum twice. And my first experience was almost horrific. Let me paint a picture. Fortunately, my pregnancy journey was quite smooth. I wouldn't say I had any serious challenges, be it physical or emotional. It was quite a smooth journey. I feel like there's a ton of resources to support and guide you through the pregnancy season. There are a ton of apps that can show you how baby is growing, what symptoms you should look out for. You have your appointment with your OBGYN every month to just check on the progress of the baby, and you get to talk. So a lot of attention is given to pregnant moms. The society in general as well, now that you're walking around with a really big belly, everyone is like, are you okay? Are you fine? What do you need? So you feel really held and supported. So pregnancy wasn't as difficult for me. And I thought that would translate into postpartum and transition into new mom, given that the journey was so beautiful and smooth. My first child was born during COVID, and I thought it would be such a smooth experience. So I didn't put a lot of effort in terms of preparing for that season. Other moms have done it, millions of moms have done it, so I thought it would be smooth sailing. I think I didn't go beyond buying stuff I would need for baby, diapers, stuff I would need for my recovery, a crib, clothes. I didn't really delve deep into what postpartum would look like, and that is what caught me off guard. That season was super difficult given that I was so isolated. Obviously, during COVID, I couldn't have a ton of visitors. Even at the hospital, it was just me and my husband and the new baby. There were tons of challenges in terms of healing, recovering, breastfeeding, but the whole world was going through a pandemic. So my issues seemed small. I felt like I didn't deserve to complain and whine about the issues I was going through. They seemed small compared to what the rest of the world was going through. I really did not anticipate the physical process of recovery. That was really difficult. Your whole body has changed. Your belly is still big, bigger than you had anticipated. I thought once baby is out, my body sort of goes back to how it was pre-pregnancy. So managing myself and my wounds was difficult. I really did not know what the right tools, what the right medication was. Coupled by having to breastfeed, I feel like that was also quite a difficult journey that is not talked about enough. There weren't enough resources, in my opinion, to prepare me for that experience. And so physically, my body was going through it, and I didn't have someone to engage in terms of questions and getting answers and getting remedies for how to make this better. In addition, baby is obviously not sleeping in the first few weeks, and that is quite difficult in terms of sleep deprivation. There are nights where I would just hold my baby and cry in the night just by myself. And it's a lonely journey, even when your household is full, and obviously my husband is with me and we have a nanny, but I felt isolated, like no one truly understood what this was like for me. And I'm such a planner and a control freak of sorts, I think. And so this situation felt out of my hands. I did not plan, so I would pinch myself in some ways that how did I not see this coming? How did I not properly prepare? I felt not enough, which is a tough feeling for me to have, because I kept telling myself that so many women have gone through this. Obviously, the world is filled with people and everyone came here through this process. So tons of millions of women have gone through this exact same experience. Why is it hard for me? Is this the reality of other women and I'm just weaker? What is it about me that makes this feel so hard? I've always looked forward to being a mom. It's a phase of my life I couldn't wait to get into. I feel like that's controversial to say nowadays, but I was really looking forward to being a mom. And so I feel like I got into that space a lot earlier than my peers. Maybe I had one or two other people that I knew that had children before me, but overall, I was pretty much the first to get married and the first to have kids. My husband and I are both firstborns in our family, and so I really did not have like a bigger sister or a brother who could hold my hand through this. And so I had these feelings of, is this it? Is this how it's meant to be? Has every mother gone through this. Why is it okay? Why is no one talking about it? Is there a way we could make it better? Now that later on I came to do my research on this and felt like this is the reality. When you talk to like older women, they're like, yeah, it was difficult. It's difficult for everyone, but we've sort of normalized the struggle. We've normalized the pain. We've normalized the hardship that goes into the season, and we've made it okay, which I do not buy that. I feel like they should be better. We should create processes and systems that make this better, that make transition into motherhood a lot better and smoother for moms. And it shouldn't be this hard for this long. Like, I spent a ton of time second guessing myself and going through the interwebs, just trying to find the right information in terms of baby care. How does my recovery go? What to expect? It's such a time-sucking experience to just be scrolling or the whole time just trying to figure out what is the right information. And obviously there's a ton out there. I didn't know what is right, what I shouldn't do. The information there was a bit conflicting. I felt like I would have needed someone to guide me, like this is what you need. I just lacked a lot of information. What was there was not tailored to my context. Of course, the information I'd get would be from the US, UK, other continents, and their stories did not truly match my reality and experience. It helped somewhat. I guess the nature of taking care of a baby is pretty similar, but there were gaps that they didn't fill for me because they're not in my context. Parts of my reality did not correlate to theirs. Like, the nature of our familial relationships in the African context, in the Kenyan context, is quite different. You end up living with your extended family, which is different. How do I handle that? How do I set up boundaries around that? I'm a new mom. Everyone is excited to have the baby around. How do I navigate that space? Finding or navigating hospital policies, and how do I get a doctor? How do I engage professionals as I take care of my baby is quite different. How our medical system works here, how our professionals work here is quite different from the US and other parts of the world. Here in Kenya, we hire nannies to come into your home and help you manage your household. That is quite different from the context of the rest of the world. How, as a new mom, I've never hired. I'm essentially getting someone to trust with my household and part-time take care of my baby as well. How do I go through that? What should I be looking out for? So there are different aspects of our context that is very specific to being a Kenyan that wasn't addressed in these communities. And I found that was such a big gap. I wish I had that. And so therein began the thoughts and the ideation around, how do I make this better? How do I reimagine the season for moms to come? It's almost impossible for a person who's not gone through it before to know, to even have an idea of what to look out for. And that is why I think mentorship and having people who've gone ahead of you holding your hand is so important. I wanted to create an opportunity for mothers in Kenya to reimagine what postpartum experience is. I feel like it's the most forgotten season in this transition into motherhood, and a lot of attention is not given to it as pregnancy is. And I felt like there's so much more that we could do in this season to make it smoother, to make it more beautiful, to have women thriving through this. So Nurtureness was born out of a personal experience as well. And I just wanted to redo this to have it better for women. At Nurtureness, we are endeavoring to create a holistic, comprehensive support and care for mothers in this season. And what does that look like? Our main offering is night nursing services to mothers. This is our professional pediatric nurse who comes into your home, preferably within a week of your giving birth and you coming back home. She is trained to help you through this entire season in terms of newborn care, education around it, guidance in your recovery and how to take care of yourself, nutritional planning, mental health checks. Think of her as your crutch in this season. You can lean on her in whatever way you would need to. In case of any lactation issues, we're able to come in and guide you through it. Beyond the night nursing, we also offer baby prep services and guidance. I know moms take a lot of time just figuring out what they need for baby, and you take a lot of time just Googling and trying to find out. So all that and the second guessing yourself and the winging it is taken out of the picture. We'll give you checklists of things you need to get and what would be important in terms of taking care of baby. We can also assist with what you need to look out for in terms of the hospital you'll be giving birth in. We also work with several specialists as consultants to help make this experience as holistic and as helpful as possible. We work with baby sleep specialists to just help you create a routine for your baby and guidance around sleep hygiene to set you up in terms of baby sleep training later on down the line. We also work with lactation specialists who are able to handle any issues that may come up with breastfeeding. We also work with a mental health specialist who's specialized in working with women in their postpartum season. So this is very specialized mental health care. We also work with a fitness coach to just guide you through what fitness looks like post baby. Beyond that, we also have a community where you can engage with other moms who are going through the same season as you, to just exchange ideas and tips, exchange plugs in terms of where do I get this, where do I buy this. That can be also challenging for moms, and you take a lot of time just trying to find the right vendors and the right service providers. I still don't look at it as a business. It's something I'm super passionate about. It's something I'm willing to do just to give women an opportunity to thrive in postpartum. And so it hasn't been, in terms of getting the motivation and the drive, has not been very difficult. I feel like I really believe in what we're trying to build. Even if it impacts just 10 women in Kenya, I would be super happy just to be able to change the lives of women and make their postpartum journey just a tad better. So once a mom is interested in working with us, probably they've come across our page on Instagram, on Facebook, on our website, they'll go ahead and book a call with us, and that call will be with me. I can go over what the expectations are, what plans they've already made for their postpartum, and together we can come up with a plan, brainstorm what their options are in terms of our support. From then on, once they sign in and book their package with us, they'll be onboarded into meeting the nurse that would help them. They'll get a ton of guides depending on what stage of their pregnancy they're in, to prepare them for birth and delivery and what to expect in postpartum. And once baby comes, the nurse would come in, preferably within the first week of baby's arrival, just to begin the process and to help mom thrive in this postpartum period. If you're a soon-to-be mom in Kenya and are thinking through your postpartum options in terms of care and support, book a free postpartum planning call with us. This would be a call with either me or someone on my team to walk you through your options when it comes to support and care in this season. In case you're not here yet and would just want to figure out if you're properly ready for this season, check out our quiz on the website to check your readiness for delivery and postpartum. Please, this is an investment in you as a mom. Our system really already takes care of newborns, and their care is really prioritized. I feel like it's your responsibility to ensure that you're well taken care of as well. The services and products we provide at Nurture Nest are tailored or curated from the experiences I've had personally and the people around me and the people I've talked to. But we are really passionate about creating a service that truly is useful and helpful to new moms. If any of our services or products do not meet your particular need, I know we are a community of very diverse individuals, and every mom's journey or experience is quite different. We're really open to hearing your feedback regarding our services. What do you think we could make better? What could we introduce that would make a big difference when it comes to your postpartum experience? Please talk to us, reach out through our email or phone number, and let us know how we can make this better and useful for you as a mom and for other moms at large. Book a free postpartum planning call with us to just talk over what the next few months looks for you to have you thriving in your postpartum experience.